There is a moment in every game where the board looks settled, but that is a lie. I get it. When you have solid territory and a peaceful go board, you don't want anyone to disturb the peace. Ladies and gentlemen, invading can be scary, both the invader and the defender. But the strongest moves in Go are the ones that dares to invade. If you invade like a drunk monkey, then you will end up being slaughtered like a pig. And in this video, I'll teach you the basics, the principles, and the key things to remember so that the next time you invade, you will invade perfectly. Invading can be very intimidating. I totally get it. You have to invade, you're scared you're gonna die, what your opponent's gonna do, will you live, will you run away, I have no eyes. This is completely valid thoughts and emotions that just go through your head. Because invading, it is hard in Go, it is scary, but it is unavoidable. Every single Go player has to go through invasion and has to go through how to invade and how to defend an invasion. Rule number 1, if stones are 3 spaces or more apart and they're not stacked, you can invade them. What I mean stacked, I mean something like this. This is like a stacked group of stones. If you invade in a stacked group of stones, yes, that is a typical invade and die immediately situation. Look at this position over here. This black 2 stones has 3 spaces apart. This is the perfect time and the perfect position for white to invade. It is inviting white to invade. So invading here, you have 2 choices. First, we're going to talk about the common shapes and how to invade the 4 line stones. If you're a beginner, do not consider attaching. You end up strengthening your opponent and you end up being dead. This is not for you. This is a playground for damn players. Remember, if you're not a damn player, do not attach. This is too risky for you. You're not at that level yet. Even damn players have to calculate a lot before attaching, but a common invasion tactic will generally work for all the levels. The general tactic is you either split in between the 2 stones. If black goes above, that's the key to have at least 3 spaces apart. If black goes above, you can either choose, now you have 2 options. You either choose to go out by first sacrificing a stone. The stone you try to go out, you sacrifice a stone. Because you've weakened the attachment stone, you can simply Atari and go out. This is running away. Another fundamental tactic is you have to calculate whether or not there is enough living space. So in this situation, by living, I mean bump, bump, honey. If they double honey, you use some Atari, and live. In this case, there is enough living space. If black tries to do anything, you simply create eye space. If black tries to go down, you make an eye here, and black cannot destroy 2 eyes. And white has made 2 eyes. You have successfully invaded. Very simple. Facing the 4th line stones, you can also invade on the 3rd line, like this. Make sure your stones are in a nice distance away. Generally nice distance away. Don't go somewhere like this. Then black can simply block, and it's hard for you to manage the stone. What if you jump over here and run away? You have no territory, black's 2 sides have been strengthened, and it's not going to be an easy game for white. When you invade, have some distance between the stones, like this. If black tries to block, you can simply extend. And if black seals you in from the outside, now you have to know the second and the next few tactics. Number 1, crawl. If their stones are not on the 3rd line, you can crawl and honey, and you've simply and easily made enough surviving space. They cannot double honey because there's a cut and Atari. If they go back, in this situation, you can connect back to your stones. But let's say a lot of games, it's not going to be the same as this position. You have to find life. You have to try to live. When you try to live, you can push on one way and honey. The other way is you can use a nice move, the sliding move. The move that increases your base and crawls into your enemy's territory. So when black faces this move, black's going to be uncomfortable. If they block, okay, you simply strengthen this stone. This is a weak stone right now. It is not connected to this group. So if black adds a stone, attaching your stone has less liberties. So you have to strengthen it. Kicking like this, black blocks, and then you can try to make 2 eyes around here. So maybe like this. Pretty simple. Another common theme I see a lot, is when you extend, black does the block. This is very annoying. I hate it. And I'm going to teach you how to deal with it. So here, because there is an attachment over here, this stone is weak. This stone has 3 liberties. So if you push, they block, this only has 2 liberties. Now you can Atari. If they connect, okay, then you simply connect and try to, you have enough space to crawl, honey on the other side and create enough eye space and you can easily live. I'm pretty sure 10 Qs, if you're double digit Q, you'll be able to understand these basic ideas. If you're single digit Q players, then this idea should be very simple for you. So in this position, it's black to play. Black has made a solid side over here. It's not fully secure. There's some gaps. There's like 3 spaces. There's some gaps here. Black has some territory here, but there's a lot of gap here. Black is worried. Okay, white has a big potential of territory, and now black wants to invade. Where are the 2 places black can invade? I want you to pause for a few seconds and give me at least 3 to 4 moves that black can use to invade. Yeah, if you consider these moves, good job. If you consider these moves, also good job. So here, the most optimal move, I'm not going to go into like the second line invasion on towards this knight enclosure, because that is way too advanced for most of you watching. Okay, the stuff I'm going to teach you guys will be evergreen, will carry on for the rest of your lives, for the rest of your Go journey. So in this situation, obviously, where is the most space? Around here, right? So I want you to play a move that aims at going into the corner and remembering the principles I taught you before. So one of the best moves would be playing over here, the approaching move, this split. If white tries to block on top, then what I just taught you just then, use that. Extend. If white destroys your eye shape, okay, push, Atari, make some eye space, and run towards the center. Simple. Very easy. If white blocks on top, now you can go in towards the corner. You use a push, then hane, you use a second line hane. This is where the eye space is formed. If they hane on the other side, give an Atari and start making eyes. You don't need to hane one more time. You can simply start making eyes, make some tiger smiles and make some eye space. A lot of white players will see, oh, black's trying to go into my corner. What do? 1, 2, 3. All of these moves, if black face it, black need to follow the same principle. If they attach your stone, the principle is they attach a stone, strengthen it. Boom. 2 stones. Much harder to attack. This guy right here, instantly drink creatine and protein shake and put on 20 kilos of muscle. Now these 2 stones are so hard to attack. If white tries to attack you this way, you jump towards the center. If white tries to attack you this way, okay, now you can fly in towards the center. Easy. If they play any one of them, just jump towards the center. You've done your job at stealing the territory, now your job is to manage these stones. Simple. If you invade over here, similar story. Now there is 4 spaces apart. White can't do anything. If white cap you over here, okay, you can just, this shape looks disgusting for white. White cannot go here because there is so many cutting points. And white is going to get cooked. If you invade over here, the best response for white is they're going to jump. If they try to do the diagonal move, this is another thing. If they try to do a diagonal move on you, don't be scared. Just push, strengthen this stone. If they hane, just jump out. They block again, okay, tiger's mouse. If they block on top, there's so many weaknesses, so many cutting points. Now create weakness, hane. You're threatening to go out. They connect, you connect. And your stones are safe. Super simple. And let's talk about one more example. Invading a large scale of territory. General rule of thumb, now you know. Keep a distance between the stones. Choose one side to go. And the place where there is more space. If you choose this one, good job. If you choose this one, not the optimal, but also good move. If you choose this one, also very good. If you choose any of the high ones, they all work as an invasion. So you want to choose a side where 1, it gives you the room to run away, and 2, it gives you enough living space if they cover on top. So let's say you play this one. So this one and this one will be like similar, ideas will be similar. And white covers on top. Now you have so much room, you can do a 1 space jump. If they kick, okay, they block this stone. Strengthen it, They block because you're aiming to go toward the center. They block, okay, slide on the other side. If white tries to block you off this way, then you find ice space. Honey on the second line, they're gonna block. Make an Atari if you wish. Squeeze their weakness, connect or tiger's mouth, and you create an ice space. You create a living space. If they kick you like this, if you get kicked, don't panic. They kick you, you strengthen it. You have no liberties. You have only 3 liberties. Strengthen it. What can white do? Now all of a sudden, this stone just put on 20 kilos of muscle and drank protein shake and had 2 scoops of creatine. What can white do? White can't do anything. Right? If white caps over here, then white is going to get emotional damage because you're going to slide into the corner and steal all the territory. And white's going to cry. So white's not going to attack you. And also, white cannot seal you in because you can simply run toward the center or run this way. There's so many options. So the best choice for white is to secure his other corner and take away your base. But don't worry, you already stole his territory. You already split his territory in half. So now you just run toward the center. If white doesn't strengthen your stone and simply saves his own territory, just jump toward the center. Simple. Very easy. If white chases you, you keep running. You keep running. You're so strong and your stones are so solid. You keep running toward the center. Don't let white seal you in. How much have you learned today? Well, rule number 1, judge if you can invade. 3 spaces apart and no stacked stones, you can invade. Rule number 2, if they defend and take away your base, you jump toward the center. If they block you from escaping, you survive and make ice space. Don't bump into like your opponent's stones and strengthen their stones. Leave it, slide, make territory, make ice space. And rule number 3, while you're making ice space and just trying to make your stones alive, look for your opponent's weaknesses and exploit it while making your ice space. Because when you get sealed in, your goal is not to kill your opponent. Your goal is to save yourself first and make 2 ice. Ladies and gentlemen, get out of here. Play a game of Go, invade your opponents, and give them emotional damage, and you can be happy.